Hey everyone, how is it going? I'm Albert and you're watching The Fat Camel here, and I'm about to launch the official final trailer for Disney's live action Mulan. There's been a lot of controversy around this right now, especially because they have announced that it is not going to be a musical and other things, which Mulan was one of the best Disney musicals to come out of the Disney Renaissance in the 90s. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. Hopefully you're excited about this. Let's stop talking about it. Let's launch this trailer and get some first-time reactions from it. I'll see if I can pause it, break it down a little bit in there too.
Close the gates! 6 of our northern cities have fallen in a coordinated attack.
All right, look at this. Look, first of all, I'm just stopping right here. From the get-go, this is already a different tone. Already feels like a different tone. I'm sorry, let's keep going.
Their leader fights alongside a witch.
Witch? A witch?
Crush these murderers, Your Majesty.
Every family must contribute one man to fight.
You're a war hero. You've already made many great sacrifices.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
You know, I'm happy that they got an actress that actually, looks like a guy. Like that could pass as a guy in ancient Chinese armor. So that's definitely a plus. We got something going on here.
Invaders will kill her.
If I expose her, our own people will kill her.
We got the little thing.
City.
Little hair thing.
Revenge.
For my father. What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
Ooh, alright. See that right there? Skip back a little bit. Wait for it. Alright, that's bad. See that right there? That's why I'm watching this movie. Donnie Yen, alright? If you don't know that name, remember it. Donnie Yen, he is awesome. Alright, sorry.
Take the oath of the warrior.
Loyal. Brave. True. Release!
You will die pretending to be something you're not.
All right. So the bad guy, which I forget the name, in the animated movie also had a hawk with him. I'm assuming it's a hawk or a falcon, which just turned into one. That's a good play on that. I could see that being the subject of some fan theories.
Where I stand, proof that there is a place for people like us.
A girl threatens our plans.
A warrior.
I love the wall running. I love it. Well, let me be clear. All right. Okay, that's over. Damn. All right, let's talk about that trailer really quick and why it is so important. What that trailer tells us. Why it's extremely important about your expectations of the movie. I'm gonna take these headphones off because I don't need them anymore. All right. Firstly, we know the elephant in the room. It's not a musical. It is not a Disney sing-along or anything like the original at all. And before seeing this trailer, I did read an article about the director stating that there's obviously a reason why there's not a musical, and the reason why actually Mushu, the dragon, the one played by Eddie Murphy in the original movie, is not going to be in the movie. And the first one about the musical, obviously, I mean, look at the tone here. I mean, you got guys like running up walls and stuff. Like this looks, I mean, I mean, you got like armies like laying siege on cities and stuff. This is a completely different tone than the Disney musical. I mean, in the musical, all Mulan does is go get trained they have like one mini battle in like the mountains somewhere, and then they go toe to toe in the Emperor's palace. That's it. This looks like more of a war epic than, yeah, it looks like a war epic. Just like throw the whole musical thing to the side. Now, I did read in this article that the music, the original soundtrack, I mean, not the original soundtrack, but sort of recreations of the original soundtrack are going to be implemented throughout the film. So I know that they're going to play the song Reflection, which is like the song for Mulan. It's like the theme song for Mulan. So that's going to be like probably in like the soundtrack somewhere in a very important scene. It's probably going to have a reprisal somewhere halfway throughout. But yeah, that's why it's not a musical, because in a war epic, they don't break out in song. So I can see that. Is the movie going to be good or bad? Because I don't know. What they also said in this article was that for this movie, it is not, it isn't a remake, okay? For example, I mean, Aladdin, the new one with Will Smith, was a remake of the old Aladdin, the one from like 92 or 93. I mean, it was pretty, like, if you haven't seen it already, you should see it. It's definitely not better than the original, but it's worth watching. And I mean, you can tell it's like a shot for shot. If you haven't seen The Lion King, I should have said The Lion King. If you haven't seen the new Lion King, that is almost a shot for shot remake of the original. Now, turn the tables here. If you haven't seen the movie Maleficent, which is what we like to tell is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. It is the same story, but told through a different perspective, or just a different theme throughout. Now, with Maleficent, it wasn't as monumental of a change. First of all, in the original Sleeping Beauty, there's only like one or two songs in there, so it's not really a musical. And they don't do that in Maleficent regardless. And there isn't much that has to be retold. It's basically, oh, this is from the villain's point of view, and actually she's not that bad, blah, blah, blah. What I'm getting the feel from this is that they are taking basically the groundwork of Mulan, the characters and the setting, and that's it. That's all the similarities there seems to be. I don't see anything else. I mean, of course, this is all from a trailer. You know, I got to say, I mean, I've always been a fan of martial arts movies. I mean, like straight up, like Enter the Dragon, like old school stuff, and the new school stuff, like new school Jackie Chan. Oh, Drunken Master, great. But I digress. I like the feel. If this is going for like a kung fu movie, which it should, because it has Donnie Yen in it, and I was freaking out about that earlier, but there he is. I mean, okay, if you haven't seen the movies, any of the Ip Man movies, IP Man, if you haven't seen any of those movies, you should watch it. It's based on a true story. Donnie Yen's in all of them, and it is incredible. It is just, I mean, authentic martial arts are in those films, and I really hope they utilize his talents in this film, which they should. I mean, any movie that he's in, he shows off his stuff. So, because trust me, his English isn't great, so they got to use him for some kung fu. But I mean, I'll be honest. You know, I'm very optimistic about this film. Does that mean that it's gonna do great? No, of course not. Does it mean it's gonna suck? Of course not. But you know what? Here's my biggest concern about this movie, and trust me, I'm not trying to get political here or anything at all. But, I mean, anyone who has a brain in their head knows that there are a ton of films that come out, not all of them, thank God, but there's a ton of films that come out recently that have an agenda behind it. And, I mean, let's be honest, Mulan has always been a story about female empowerment. Like, she is one badass chick that just says, you know, no, my dad's not going to fight in the war. I'm going to do it for him because I respect my family that much. You know, like, that's what she's about, you know? And that theme for the film was always a part of Mulan. It's always what she was. She's always been a very strong woman. She's literally the hero of the film. And what I'm worried about is that they're going to play too much into that. it is already a big part of the film. What I don't want is her to go around proclaiming she's a girl all the time, or I can't do this because I'm a girl all the time, or blah, blah, blah. Like, that shouldn't be the movie. She's already proven how strong she is. What I'm trying to say is that she should prove that she is a strong woman through her actions, not through a bunch of dialogue. You know? That is like ground basis what needs to happen in this film, or else that's going to lose me. Hands down. You can make the greatest film. If I realize that there is an agenda behind it, whether it's something that I agree with or not, I don't care. Politics do not belong in films. Get them out of there. That is my biggest concern about this movie. I feel, though, I said I'm optimistic that they're smart enough not to do that. I say that now. Wait. Knock on wood. I say that now, but we're also dealing with Disney here, who like to please a lot of people. But again, you got some really good, Disney has some really talented. Obviously, Disney has a lot of talented people working with them. They literally own everybody. And Mulan has always been an awesome film that I've rewatched over and over again as a kid. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, this witch, right? This witch, I have no idea. Here's the thing. I was talking about agendas, right? And I don't want, because obviously they're introducing a female antagonist for Mulan. That's what they're, at least this is what I'm speculating, right? Why else introduce a witch? Why else introduce magic? If you're like, oh, well, I want it to be a war epic, but I'm taking out Mushu, but I'm leaving in a witch. That is definitely something that's piquing my brain there a bit. I don't want it to be this, basically, enough of the story already has, a lot of female empowerment in it. You don't need to add more. And I don't want to come off as bigoted or anything like that, because I feel like just the regular Mulan movie alone shows, words cannot describe how much empowerment you get from just watching that. Even as a guy, you're like, damn, dude, that woman's bad ass. And that's all you need, okay? But let's see how it goes. I'm iffy. I'm iffy on the witch. That's all I'll say. Of course, I will wait for the movie to come out, and I will wait till I watch it. This is what you should always do. You should never take someone's advice on a film. You should watch it yourself and make your own opinions off of it. But, I'm a sucker for war epics, especially, ancient Chinese war epics. There's this really good one called The Dragon Blade, which has a lot of great talent in it. But I'm gonna remain optimistic about this film. It looks good. Oh, did I mention that's Jet Li right there? Yeah. All right, they got Jet Li. Jet Li plays him. I want him to show. I want the Emperor to show off some kung fu. That's it. That's all I need. Overall, you know what? I'll watch it. I won't watch it in theaters, but I'll watch it when it comes out. I might watch it in theaters. Maybe on a $5 Tuesday or something like that. Don't get me wrong, I do that for any movie. Doesn't matter. Unless it's a really anticipated one. But, yeah, let's give Mulan a shot, guys. Honestly. Take a look at the trailer. Look at the trailer yourself. Put in the comments what you think about it. I am definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's definitely a change in pace for other Disney remakes. As I've said, a lot of them have really stuck to the script. Even the retellings, like Maleficent, have been pretty close to the source material. And this seems like the first one that's really diverging, quite a bit. Yeah, quite. I'll say quite a bit to that. Then in my head, I just remembered Dumbo, which it actually did change quite a bit of stuff. But too late for that. I think that this is, this is going to be something worth looking into. I'm definitely going to be following this. Yeah, but that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on my various social media accounts, which will be posted in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Until next time.